And this holiday video comes to you by request of one of our viewers, the Draminator 6103. So here we go. Here's one for you. Cheers.
Cheers.
Welcome back to a special holiday edition of Drinking with Craig and Roger. I'm Craig.
I'm Roger.
And I'm Brett.
Yeah.
And we are celebrating the winter solstice, Christmas, New Year's, and anything that has to do with winter.
Yes.
Festivus.
That's
so
right.
we
Festivus.
have Santa Claus. We have, oh, that's me when I was younger.
Yeah.
And we have our guardian Indian here.
And you can't forget about your Nutcracker.
The Roger Vogel Nutcracker.
Yes.
Complete with a piece of music he composed.
Yes.
His bottle of scotch.
Yep.
His bow tie. His Cleveland hat. And his denim dress shirt.
Yes.
But what we need to complete the picture is something to sip on that's
Yes.
appropriate for winter. And here we have it.
Yes.
Something we found at Trader Joe's. A barrel-aged stout.
Yes. And I just noticed this the other day. And you happen to have it. I thought about picking it up. I was like, it could be good. We got a barrel-aged stout aged 12 months.
Not 12 years.
Not 12 years, unfortunately. Aged in charred oak barrels, which is a little nebulous because, as we talked about off camera, you would typically say bourbon barrels. Bourbon's pretty much the only thing that chars oak barrels, right?
But they give it away because they say on the side it has notes of bourbon vanilla. So that was the barrels that they aged it in. Because they were used, they were a lot less expensive than brand new charcoal.
Yeah, that would only make sense. And they sell this, I think it's $6 or $7 for a big bottle, which is pretty good.
And it's 11%, so it's a pretty hefty little...
It's up there.
All right,
This
so...
distillery, the brewery, by the way, I've never heard of. Campanology Brewing in Wanakee, Wisconsin. So I don't know. I don't know anything about them, but let's give it a whirl, huh?
Well, we'll do a little offline research and maybe put it in there.
We'll do some post research, and if we have anything to say about it, we won't show it because we don't have anything on camera to go with it. So here we go. Cheers.
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 Ah,
Smells good.
yeah.
Nice. It's got that sort of a
I can smell
chocolate powder, cocoa
I can smell a
powder,
little chocolate, yeah, there in the nose.
cocoa powder.
I can taste it.
Like slightly dusty kind of nose, not in a bad way, but it's just there.
Yeah.
I do not smell bourbon. It doesn't smell boozy to me. Let's see what it tastes like.
Tastes great.
That drinks a lot easier than the 11% that it is. Wow.
Or most of what we drink before.
Oh man, nice finish on that one.
Very good finish.
Continues with that kind of powdery cocoa type of, chocolatey kind of notes.
Yep.
No booziness. So I guess I see why they didn't want to say bourbon barrel, because it doesn't taste like, I'm not getting wet bourbon cask kind of stuff going on there.
It's
My
definitely
guess
not
is,
wet.
my guess is that the basic brew they put into these barrels was so full of taste that the bourbon is a very small part of what you can actually feel. Even though it's been in there for a year,
Could be. My guess is that the barrels that they use had been used to age a number of things. And we're just not getting a ton of barrel influence and certainly not. They could have been used to age another beer in before them. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. As an imperial stout, what do we think? Has a little bit of a licoricey note. A little bit.
Can you see through
Chocolate.
it? That's your test?
Oh,
Look at
well,
it, Brett.
no.
Can you see through it?
It's thick. It's dark. There's no contesting that.
Okay.
But the real
Can't see you, thankfully.
the real stout fan here is Brett. So we got to get his opinion on this one.
Well, what I first noticed when you poured it into the, yes, flick my bell. when you first poured it into the drink was how thick it was. Like I was at the gas pump. Okay, that's
It's
what I
thick.
want.
Yeah.
If I feel like I
Thick.
can light the fumes from this, we're getting in business. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So then when I rinse it around, it's very thick. It kind of leaves a little bit of a foam, so that's good. Very oily. Smell-wise, it's got that cold, sort of almost espresso bean kind of smell.
Yeah, there's definitely some coffee.
You know, there's a it's a chocolatey coffee. I know it's gonna be bitter. I'm already like my
It's
like
got some
salivation
bitterness.
glands. I listen to it because I'm big about listening. And I don't really hear anything, so that's good.
You're just hearing the resonance of the glass.
It means it's not carbonated or full of crap. So then we taste it, right? Spit back a little bit. And you taste already the bitter chocolate, the bitter oil, the bitter espresso.
He's not lying.
And it's so good, and it just wraps itself around your tongue. And it lingers with a nice full-bodied presence that when I swallow it doesn't get watery. It's still there. I can taste it even now. And so I'm going to drink more.
Yeah.
If it passes the Brett test, that means it's good to go, and we highly recommend you get some of this stuff.
Okay. All right. Now, I'm gonna recommend it. I can't remember how much it is. It's either $6 or $7 for a bomber for a 22 ounce. It's good. With the caveat that I think you can do better. There's a lot of good beer out there. I think you can do better with some of the others out there that are in this same genre. But I will say, it is refreshing to have an imperial stout that's not full of adjuncts, that's not a dessert stout. It's not loaded with 6 or 7 other things. It's not a
Like peanut
maple,
butter?
bacon, peanut butter, Mexican chocolate cake,
Wait.
like all that stuff. It is refreshing to have a straight up imperial stout.
But it has chocolate and coffee in it.
A lot
Yeah,
of chocolate and coffee.
You can taste the chocolate and the coffee distinctively. Like Craig said,
Yeah.
when the whole front of the can is having to read the name of the can and everything that's in it, I know I'm in for not a great treat. Every time I've drank those, I feel sick.
Oh my
because
God.
there's so many flavors, and they tend to be really sweet, but in like a gross sweet way, like the gross sweet candies that your grandma gives you. You don't want those. You know, those are the rejects from the Halloween candy. That's what it tends to taste like, and I start to feel sick after drinking them.
Okay.
So this one's nice and
Well,
it doesn't have that.
But to be honest here, those kind of stouts that have all that stuff in them tend to be ones that stay close to the brewery, so they're not widely available, which is maybe a good thing.
There's a lot of beer out there, but I would recommend it. I would say pick up a bottle, and it'll age just fine, especially because it's light on the adjuncts. So you don't have anything to lose. Pick it up, give it a whirl. It's pretty good.
Yeah, if you like what we're doing,
Yeah,
like us.
Yeah, like-
subscribe us. It's the best way to help us. We don't get any money from this because it's not monetized, but it encourages us to do more.
yeah.
So, here's to you. Have a great season.
Yes.
Whatever it is you're
Yep.
celebrating, and if it's, you don't need any reason to celebrate. You can just celebrate whatever.
Because
He
we're
does.
all alive here
That's
on
right.
Earth right now.
They celebrate every day
Absolutely.
around 9 p.m.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.